All right, good afternoon, everyone. We are back here in the Weather Center. We have more severe weather that we are tracking. Let me move this, see if I can move this radar here real quickly. Give me 1 second here, guys. Should be easy. Hang on. Not that one. Hang on. Technical difficulties here. It might just have to be okay. Anyways, we are tracking severe weather here. This is Corey in the Weather Center. It is 2:13 Central Time, 3:13 Eastern Time. We have severe weather that just moved through the Richmond area. And we have a picture from one of our chasers here at 0 meter that took a picture of this storm as it came through. And this is from Mr. Chris Evans. Beautiful picture there in Richmond of a shelf cloud coming through the Buc-ee's area there in Richmond, right along I-75. And so this was with that severe thunderstorm that just came through just a few seconds ago. So let's kind of get caught up on the latest severe weather here. Again, we are still seeing a Boeing Echo. Let me figure out. Here we go. Different radars. We see this Boeing segment here coming out of Madison County, moving to the east. This is where you're going to see the best potential for those 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts coming out of Berea now, getting ready to move into Sand Gap. All the way down to Mount Vernon. I-75 between Richmond and Mount Vernon is getting hammered by this severe thunderstorm that's moving through eastern Kentucky right now. Again, this is in the bluegrass region of Kentucky here. So let me get that official warning there for you guys. And this is going to be a severe thunderstorm warning here for Laurel County, Estill County, Western Jackson, and Rockcastle County. 60-mile-an-hour wind gust and quarter-size hail. This is the warning you're looking at right here on the screen. So this severe thunderstorm will be around Mount Vernon right now. Jep Hill by 3:10 Eastern. McKee's also in the path of this storm. So again, this is moving to the east. Let's see what its movement is here. 40 miles an hour. So it's not moving super fast at all, but it is moving to the east at 40 miles an hour. So let's zoom out. Again, we'll have severe weather continuing down here in the Somerset area as well. Let me get that latest warning up here for you guys for the Pulaski County area. This is a severe thunderstorm warning for Wayne County, West Central Laurel County, Pulaski County, North Central McQuarrie County, and southwestern Rockcastle County. 60-mile-an-hour wind gust and quarter-size hail is the primary threat with that storm. So, again, severe thunderstorm conditions ongoing right now in the Science Hill, Eubank, all the way down to the Nancy community. And then as you'll get into Russell County is officially not in the warning, but the eastern part of Russell County is experiencing some strong, maybe potentially even some severe thunderstorm activity there in the Whittle community, the Vinnie community, just to the east of Jamestown. So we'll put this radar here into motion. That way we can kind of see how this line has evolved here over the last, say, 20 minutes or so. And this has been the same line of strong to severe thunderstorms that has slowly progressed across the state this afternoon. Started up in western Kentucky, and has slowly made its way across central Kentucky and now moving into eastern Kentucky. So again, this is not anything tornadic, nothing tornadic going on right now. Not to say that we couldn't see a quick spin-up tornado. That is possible, but as of right now, we are not looking at a tornado threat with this line of storms. Primary threat with this line of storms is damaging winds. Real quickly, let's do a quick zoom out because, again, we're dealing with another round of thunderstorm activity as well. So let's zoom in here across the western part of Kentucky, the eastern part of Missouri, the southern part of Illinois. We'll put a motion on this radar. Lots of thunderstorm activity ongoing here in the Paducah area. So let's go here to the National Weather Service in Paducah and let's kind of see what we have going on over here. So we have this severe thunderstorm warning here that's literally coming through, just came through Paducah. This is, let me get this severe thunderstorm warning here, make sure I got the right warning up. Yeah, this is going to be for the northern part of Paducah here. 60-mile-an-hour wind gust and quarter-size hail. So Paducah, Metropolis, Calvert City, Lone Oak, Brookport, Ledbetter is just a couple of the communities impacted there. These storms over here have a better chance of producing a quick spin-up tornado. They are under a tornado watch, and I will get that information there for you right here. This is a tornado watch issued by the National Weather Service and includes much of western Kentucky, basically from Bowling Green to the west, Clarksville, Paducah, Murray, Madisonville, those type communities. They are under that tornado watch until 8 o'clock Central Time. A couple of tornadoes possible, isolated hail up to quarter size, scattered wind gust up to 70 miles an hour is possible. So real quickly, back to the radar site, or the radar mode, I should say. We'll do a quick zoom out, and we'll put a motion. So this is the next cluster of thunderstorm activity that we are watching, and you can kind of see these storms kind of developing along this line here, and this is going to be pushing off to the east. So we're going to be watching the radar very closely for the remainder of the afternoon and into the evening hours. We're going to be watching to see how this line progresses as it moves across the state. I expect to see numerous severe thunderstorm warnings as this line progresses across the state. Again, not a high tornado threat, but the tornado threat's not zero either. So we could still see some quick spin-up tornadoes, especially across western Kentucky, the area that has this tornado watch in effect. So this area right here, that's going to have the best. This area is going to have the best chance to see any type of tornadic activity. Again, very, very low tornado threat, but it's not zero. And this is the area that has the highest chance. So we're going to be watching that area specifically here over the next several hours as this line progresses into western Kentucky and then into eventually parts of central Kentucky as well. We also have some severe thunderstorm activity with this cluster down here in the north central part of Tennessee, coming out of the Clarksville area. So we do have a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings ongoing here. A new severe thunderstorm warning was just issued. You'll see that pop up here in just a second. It's going to include portions of Logan County. This is going to be just to the southwest of Bowling Green. So new warning just issued there from the National Weather Service in Louisville. And that's going to include Adairville. And this goes to 2:45 Central Time. 2:45 Central Time. So that warning will pop up here in just a second. As soon as it comes through the channel here on the National Weather Service's page, I'll get the official warning out to you guys. Sometimes it takes just a second for it to officially come across. So there's that new severe thunderstorm warning that just popped up. And this is just to the southwest of Bowling Green. So this is for southwestern Logan County. The severe thunderstorm was located near Guthrie. which is going to be just to the east of Guthrie. Guthrie's in Todd County, so it'll be just to the east of Guthrie. The Keysburg area, this will affect Adairville. So 60-mile-an-hour wind gust is the primary threat with this storm. Adairville, Keysburg, Hilltop, Dot, Oakville. There's a couple of communities impacted in this severe thunderstorm warning. And then if you look just to the north, the Russellville community, they're not officially in a severe thunderstorm warning, but the central part of Logan County is still experiencing some strong thunderstorm conditions here. Looks like winds up to 40 miles an hour and up to half-inch hail. So definitely some strong thunderstorm activity just north of that severe thunderstorm warning. So we're going to watch this cluster of storm activity. Same scenario. We're going to be watching it as it progresses out of Middle Tennessee here. This will be moving into portions of South Central Kentucky. So your Simpson County will be next in line. The National Weather Service in Nashville actually just extended their warning down there in their territory. This is going to be a severe thunderstorm warning here. I'll read it for you real quickly. For northwestern Sumner County and Robertson County there in Middle Tennessee. Springfield, White House, Millersville, Coopertown, Ridgetop, Cross Plains, Cedar Hill, those type communities there in the northern part of Middle Tennessee, just north of Nashville. So this little cluster of thunderstorm activity, again, we're going to be watching this closely too, because this cluster here is actually going to be moving into South Central Kentucky as well. So the team's going to be keeping their eyes on that. Let's go back over here to our Eastern Kentucky storms. Let's get some updates on that. Real quickly, I'm not extremely intelligent when it comes to Eastern Kentucky counties, so I am going to be pulling up my Eastern Kentucky map here. That way I can call out some of those counties. And we're going to learn a lot of these, okay? So this severe thunderstorm warning here continues for another 6 minutes here. We'll see what the National Weather Service in Jackson decides to do with this. We're going to see if they're going to extend this warning to the west there, or to the east, my apologies, to the east. And so they're not going to extend the severe thunderstorm warning. They're going to basically issue a special weather statement. So they're highlighting this area and saying that this area is not, this warning here, or this line of severe thunderstorm activity has weakened below severe limits. So southwestern Estill County, Jackson County, east central Rodcastle, southern Lee, and north central Clay counties. National Weather Service states wind gusts between 50 to 55 miles an hour and half-inch hail is the main threat with this storm. So this is just below severe limits as this line continues to progress to the east, but that's a little bit of good news. It does appear at least the northern part of this line here has weakened below severe limits. So these two severe thunderstorm warnings that includes Richmond, Berea, Mount Vernon, Sand Gap, Livingston, those type areas, those will be allowed to expire on time. We are going to progress to our south here, and we still have this severe thunderstorm warning in effect for another 4 minutes. So we will watch to see what the National Weather Service in Jackson decides to do with this warning. So real quickly, seeing if there's anything coming through. Not seeing anything. So just making sure there's not anything I need to report on from the team. Just waiting official word here from the National Weather Service in Jackson to see if they're going to extend this warning to the east. So the radar's updated there, and they've officially expired Well, they did for a second. We get an update on that. I'm pretty sure those warnings have been allowed to expire. Okay, so yeah, there you go. There's the update from the National Weather Service. It just wasn't updating on the radar there real quickly. So those two severe thunderstorm warnings has expired. So the northern part of this line that's moving into eastern Kentucky, the only warning that we have is the one down here in Somerset, and that expires in 2 minutes. So we'll see if the National Weather Service in Jackson. So they're going to do the same thing. They're going to issue a special weather statement. So this line has now weakened below severe limits. So these severe thunderstorm warnings are going to be allowed to expire on time. Which is good. That's what we like to see. So here's your new special weather statement, which is this blue box that you see. Might be a little hard to see. So let me get my trusty dusty pencil here. And I'll highlight this little blue box here. This is a special weather statement from the National Weather Service in Jackson. They are stating that this line has weakened below severe limits, but strong thunderstorms will still impact Wayne, southwestern Laurel, Pulaski, McQuarrie, southwestern Rodcastle, northwestern Whitley counties through 4 o'clock Eastern Time. Wind gusts between 50 to 55 miles an hour is possible with half-inch hail. These gusty winds could knock down some tree limbs, blow around some unsecured objects. Minor hail damage to some vegetation is also possible. So a couple locations impacted in this black box that I highlighted: Somerset, London, Monticello, Whitley City, Science Hill, Burnside, Brandy, Mount Victory, Alpine, Ruth, and Betsy. Several communities there in this area. So we do a quick zoom out here. And these severe thunderstorm warnings keep popping up here, but those severe thunderstorm warnings have been allowed to expire. They will expire on time. So yeah, I'm seeing several people about the expanded coverage. Yes, this is what you guys are going to start getting. So again, a lot of things in the works. Of course, we've got I'm officially on the 0 meter chaser team now. And we've got some people out there chasing today. Chris, I know, is in Madison County right now. I know Heather is also chasing either Western Tennessee or Western Kentucky. I don't exactly remember exactly what she was targeting, but she's somewhere out there. But as we get into the future, we're going to be more strategic with our coverage. You guys are going to be able to see those live chaser feeds for these guys being out and about. We feel like that this is going to be something that's going to benefit the community greatly. Not only are you guys are going to get the radar coverage from me, but you're also going to see some of these guys out here chasing locally, guys and girls. Sorry, they'll be out chasing locally for you guys to see what is actually happening locally. I'll be able to pull their chaser feed onto the stream, just like this right here. This is a Chris picture from Richmond earlier. He was up in this area chasing. This is what you guys are going to see going forward. You're going to see our live chasers out in the field, and you guys are going to be able to see images like this when storms come through, when winter weather comes through. And Heather's in Houston County, Tennessee. Thank you, Heather. So we've got a lot of good ideas. We've got a lot of momentum going in the right direction. We just got to get the technical stuff down to where I can pull those streams in from the chasers, where we can get a better setup where you guys can see things a little bit more clear a little bit more organization, I guess, is the words that I'm looking for. Uh, so once we get all that organized and all of our ducks in a row, you guys will definitely start to see more professional broadcast and more images for you guys to see, because I feel like that is great, a great tool for you guys to see, other than just watching radar like this for hours upon hours upon hours. I could do that. Anybody that's a weather enthusiast could look at radar for hours and hours and hours, but you guys, when you actually see images like what Chris is sending me right here, when you guys see that, when you see stuff on the tower cams, on the cameras, it keeps everybody more engaged. It also gives you guys an eye out in the central Kentucky area, because not everybody, I'm not in Richmond. Chris was. He got this great picture. So, it allows us to cover Kentucky a lot better than what I'm doing right now. So, you guys just hang tight, because this thing's about to take off. Steven, can I wear a tuxedo on my lives? Yeah, I'll try. Listen, I at least put on a nice polo for today, okay? I try to at least put on a nice polo. All right, so let's get back to what is actually going on here in eastern Kentucky. This line of strong thunderstorms continues to push to the east. Again, this entire line has dropped below severe limits. We have two areas here that have dropped below severe limits, but two areas of interest. One area just to the east of Berea that is impacting Sand Gap, Annville, the Boonville area there in eastern Kentucky, and then down here in to the Somerset area. Again, I know there's a lot of people that live in Pulaski, Laurel County that have some PTSD from severe weather. Rightfully so. But this is nothing tornadic. This actually isn't even a severe storm, but nonetheless, still strong thunderstorm activity moving through Wayne County, Monticello, Pulaski County, up in the Science Hill, Somerset area, and that's moving to the east. So that's going to be moving into Laurel County here relatively soon, and will impact portions of London as well. Nothing tornadic, just strong thunderstorm activity producing winds between 50 to 55 miles an hour. We'll keep an eye on it just to double check, make sure nothing evolves from that. So let's go back over here into the central Kentucky area to start with. So we have two severe thunderstorm warnings here in the central Kentucky area and the northern part of Tennessee, Springfield, Tennessee. Two severe thunderstorm warnings here. Let me make sure that's out of the right radar site. Yep. So the severe thunderstorm warning here out of the Louisville area that does include parts of Logan County will expire in 10 minutes. And that is just for 60-mile-an-hour winds. That's going to be just to the west of Adairville there, right along Highway 431. This will be south of Russellville. So this storm will eventually be moving into Simpson County, Franklin County here over the next little bit. This storm is moving east at 40 miles an hour. And then we'll zoom out here and go into western Kentucky. And we're starting to see this activity pulse up a little bit. So we have a line of thunderstorm activity that extends down into western Tennessee, all the way up into western Kentucky, and even into southern Illinois. The only severe storm with this little line is the one down here in Tennessee, just to the west of Clarksville. And that is moving to the north and east. And we'll put a motion on this radar. You guys can see that moving to the northeast. This severe thunderstorm warning looking at 60-mile-an-hour winds. And that's for Stewart County, Houston County, which is where Heather's at. Let's see if Heather's got any, let's see here, see if we got any. Let's see if we got any images here. So we're going to pay attention to that. And we'll do a zoom out here again. This cluster of, I'm going to call it a cluster of crap that's ongoing here in the eastern part of Missouri, southern part of Illinois. This is moving into western and will eventually move into parts of central Kentucky. So we're watching this entire area back here. We're watching all this area to kind of see how everything evolves here this afternoon. And do not forget that that area is officially under that tornado watch until 8 o'clock Central Time. A couple tornadoes is possible. Again, not looking at a big tornado threat. Not looking at a big tornado threat. But a couple of tornadoes is possible. Hail, not a big hail threat today either. Quarter size is probably the maximum hail threat that we're looking at today. Wind is the main threat. We're looking at damaging wind gust up to 70 miles an hour possible. And that's with that tornado watch that is mainly western Kentucky, some portions of central Kentucky, basically Bowling Green and to the west. Okay, let's see if there's anything in chat. Courtney, I've seen your comment about Monticello there in eastern Kentucky. Or sorry, you're talking about Somerset Burnside. No, there's no rotation in that area. Just damaging wind gust is the main threat. I guess that it's really not even damaging winds anymore. That storm has weakened below severe limits, but definitely some strong winds possible, potentially up to 50, 55 miles an hour. Again, we're expecting this round of thunderstorm activity that you see right here on the radar in southern Illinois, western Kentucky. We're expecting this to move across central Kentucky as well. In fact, let me see if I can get Futurecast up here. Yeah, so here is the Futurecast radar. This is the latest information from the HRRR model. This will kind of give you guys an idea of how the rest of today is going to go. Okay, this is not a forecast. This kind of gives you just a generality of what to expect, okay? So this is almost 3 o'clock now. So this is pretty much on the money of what the current radar looks like. We've got your, if you look over here in eastern Kentucky, we've got a line of thunderstorm activity that is moving off to the east. You've got your thunderstorm activity down there right in the northern part of Tennessee, northern part of central Tennessee. And then you've got your other round of thunderstorm activity that's in Illinois, western Kentucky, eastern Missouri. Let me get back to where I was at here. My apologies. So as we progress into this evening, this is 4 o'clock, this is an hour from now, we see that thunderstorm activity out of middle Tennessee move up into central Kentucky, affecting parts of Bowling Green, and that looks like that is definitely going to happen earlier than 4 o'clock for sure. That line over in eastern Kentucky continues to push off to the east, and as we get into closer to 5 and 6 o'clock, that cluster, we just continue to see clusters of storms pretty much for the remainder of the afternoon. But the main cluster you see moving across western Kentucky by 8 p.m. tonight. This is 9 p.m., 10, and then finally things start to clear out around 10 o'clock p.m. Central Time. So pretty much anything after 10, severe weather threat should calm down. But definitely, I definitely expect us to see a severe weather threat until 10 p.m. So let me zoom back into the storm here in Pulaski County. in this storm has weakened below severe limits, but this is a special weather statement. And these special weather statements, this area that's in the blue box here, this blue box you see around this severe thunderstorm, that's a special weather statement, which is basically areas that are highlighted by the National Weather Service that is not really severe, but just below severe limits. So this is for Whitley, Wayne, Rockcastle, Laurel, and Pulaski counties. Wind gusts between 50 to 55 miles an hour and half-inch hail is possible. So Somerset continues to be impacted. London will be impacted. Monticello's in the clear. It has moved to the east of Monticello. Whitley City, Science Hill is on the back side of that. Things should start calming down in Science Hill. Burnside, I think Burnside might be good. No, Burnside. I was thinking Burnside was a little bit more to the east. Burnside's right here in the middle. They're obviously still experiencing severe thunderstorm conditions. Cumberland Falls also impacted. The strongest part of this storm is going to be just to the northeast of Monticello. It's going to be in Wayne County. So the northeastern part, northeast of Monticello. The northeastern part of Wayne County is where the strongest part of that storm. Right there where Wayne and Pulaski County intersect there. Right along the county border of Wayne and Pulaski. That's the strongest part of that storm. And that is going to be moving to the east. So that's going to affect the northern part of Macquarie County and eventually into Whitley County. So we have new information on our storm activity over here in South Central Kentucky. So the National Weather Service still officially has this severe thunderstorm warning here in effect for another 9 minutes. And that is, okay, so no, they're going to expire at 2:45. My apologies. So that severe thunderstorm warning is going to be allowed to expire there for Logan County. As you can see, it just updated on the radar. So the National Weather Service has replaced that warning with a special weather statement. Which is this area in the blue box that you see here. So this is strong thunderstorms impacting central Logan, Simpson, and southwestern Warren counties until 3:15 Central Time. So 30 more minutes. Bowling Green, the southern part of Bowling Green. This does not include all of Bowling Green, just the southwestern part. And this is not a severe thunderstorm warning. This is just a special weather statement. Bowling Green, Russellville, Franklin, Auburn, Adairville, Woodburn, Blackjack, Hilltop, Dennis, and Rich Pond. Winds up to 40 miles an hour. Again, don't want to sleep on the torrential rainfall threat. These storms that we're seeing this afternoon are not moving very quickly. This is just moving to the east at 30 miles an hour. Anytime you get slower moving storms, kind of what we're seeing this afternoon, you see that torrential rainfall kind of add up a little bit quicker than normal. So this definitely could lead to some localized flooding. Do not drive your vehicle through any type of flooded roadway. So your poor drainage area, low-lying, your flood-prone areas, everybody knows where those are at typically in your county. Just please be aware that these storms are producing torrential rainfall, and you could see water increase relatively quickly in your areas. If you see that water rising, get to higher ground immediately. Fairview Plaza and Bowling Green. Please avoid it. We'll zoom out here one more time. We're tracking this area of strong thunderstorm activity over here in western Kentucky as well. Don't really see anything on the warning front. We see some warning activity there in right along the Kentucky-Tennessee border between Murray and Clarksville. We have a severe thunderstorm warning that expires in 28 minutes. This is for Stewart County, Houston County, northwestern Humphreys County, and middle Tennessee. 60-mile-an-hour wind gust and nickel-size hail with that storm. It's going to be moving into the Clarksville, Tennessee, eventually into Hopkinsville, Kentucky, here within the next, say, 30 to 45 minutes. So with that being said, right now, things are pretty tame across Kentucky. We still are tracking this line of, this is just strong thunderstorm activity. So look, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do a quick refresh on the entire state, give an update on everything. As long as I don't see anything significant, then I'll end the live coverage for now. Me and the team is still here for the remainder of the evening. We're going to be watching the weather closely. We will be live when needed, okay? I'll be live on my Facebook page, my YouTube, Corey Lynn Houck's pages, and we'll also be live on the Zero Meter Twitter page. So if you guys have not followed the Zero Meter Chasers Facebook page, please do that. Got a lot of good things in the works. We do have a new severe thunderstorm warning that was just issued. This is going to include the city of London over here in eastern Kentucky. So let me get the latest update there for that storm. So new severe thunderstorm warning here from the National Weather Service in Jackson. It's going to be for central Laurel County, east central Pulaski, southwestern Jackson, and south central Rodcastle County. This goes till 4:15 Eastern Time. 60-mile-an-hour wind gust and quarter-size hail is the primary threat with this severe thunderstorm. And you guys can see just by looking at the radar here, or you could before that update, but right here, if there was going to be any type of hail, that's likely where it's going to be occurring at. That's going to be just the north of Highway 80 there in the western part of Laurel County. That's going to be your best area to see that hail up to quarter size. But this storm, primary threat is 60-mile-an-hour winds. And yeah, so this radar image here is about 10 minutes old. So that's exactly where that hail core is going to be at. Right there, a little bit to the east of where it says it's at currently. So again, this radar image is 10 minutes old. These hail images, the vertical inclined liquid that you see, which shows where the largest hail is falling on the radar, it's anywhere between 5 to 10 minutes old. So you really have to kind of guess where it's going to be located at as it has progressed to the east. But right there along Highway 80, just to the west of London there, on the western side of Laurel County, that's going to be where that hail has the best chance to be occurring right there. Very close to Wood Creek Lake. So again, that's going to be right along Highway 80 coming into London. So this storm is going to be around London by 3:55 Eastern Time. So it's knocking on the door of London right now. Victory by 4 o'clock Eastern Time and landing around 4:05 Eastern Time. Same scenario. Torrential rainfall is occurring with this storm. This could lead to some isolated flash flooding. This storm is crawling to the east at 25 miles an hour. So anytime you see these storms moving, very, very slowly like that, you could definitely see some quick flash flooding, especially in your poor drainage, flood-prone, low-lying areas. So that's the update there from eastern Kentucky. That's the only severe thunderstorm warning here in eastern Kentucky. Again, still have some strong thunderstorm activity ongoing here right along the southern part of Pulaski County, your Burnside, your Blue John, right along Highway 27, coming out of Burnside, going down into Query County. Get strong thunderstorm activity ongoing there. That is not severe. Still could see winds potentially up to 50 miles an hour there in the southern part of Pulaski County. We progress to the west. Get more strong thunderstorm activity ongoing here in south central Kentucky. We're going to keep an eye on this storm coming out of middle Tennessee. A little bit of a Boeing segment there. Let's put our motion in that radar. Yeah, that storm's definitely pulsed up a little bit. You can definitely see a little bit of a Boeing segment there showing up as that storm comes out of Springfield, Tennessee, moving into Franklin. So we could definitely see this storm strengthen a little bit more. We'll keep an eye on it. And then over here in western Kentucky, no severe storms right now, but we have several areas of interest here. But nothing, not even a special weather statement. So there's nothing here from the National Weather Service that is even close to going to severe right now. We will check out this storm here that's just to the west of Clarksville. So we'll put a motion on this radar here. And again, this is going to be a severe thunderstorm warning that expires in 22 minutes. And this is for Stewart, Houston, and northwestern Humphreys counties there in Tennessee. And this is just to the southwest of Clarksville. So this will impact at least the northwestern part of Clarksville there. Winds up to 60 miles an hour is possible. So here's the state of Kentucky. So you guys can kind of see what's going on statewide. We're going to keep an eye on all of this as we progress into this afternoon. Remember, tornado watch in effect for pretty much all of western and portions of central Kentucky until 8 o'clock Central Time. I wanted to make sure if it was Central or Eastern. So central, 8 o'clock Central Time, a couple tornadoes is possible in this area. This is the area that has the best chance for severe weather this afternoon. But all of Kentucky still in that slight risk category. So, me and the team will be here watching things closely for you guys. We're going to take a quick little intermission. And if severe weather increases across central Kentucky, obviously we'll go live and keep you guys updated. So stay tuned, stay weather aware, and I will